let's talk a little bit about a wonderful thing called imagination. Hey guys, and welcome back to Tipharot. Welcome back to Mind Mastery. It's me, Matt, here, and today we're going to talk a little bit about imagination. Now, we all know what the word imagination means. To imagine something is to conjure up an idea inside us, in our heads, and the thing is, it's a very powerful tool. You can use it creatively. If you want to, work out a solution to a problem or something like that, you can use your imagination to not have to actually, physically test out a million things. You can kind of work with it in your imagination and see how it might work out. So you can use it for ideas like that. But you can also use it to change your circumstances. And in the last episode, we talked a little bit about, influencing the subconscious using affirmations. So in this episode, we're going to do it again, but this time with our imagination. So, what do I mean when I say using our imagination to influence our subconscious? We have to remember the subconscious takes everything very, very literally. What you see is, what you get with the subconscious. What you see is what it thinks is reality. Even, your subconscious is the kind of thing that can watch a, TV show and react to it as if it was real. That's why you feel like emotions towards these fake characters in a show or in a book. Because your subconscious is treating them like they're real, and your subconscious is where your emotions arise out of. So, you can use this to your advantage by actually imagining things, imagining situations different to how they might perhaps be in the real world. You can then actually change your reaction as if things were different. So, say you want to be wealthier, you can change your imagined version of yourself to being someone who is wealthy, and as a result your subconscious will accept that image and say, hey look, I am wealthy, and it will start, adapting all your inner programming to actually fit that, so that you're actually acting like someone who's wealthy, and someone who's wealthy naturally acts like the kind of person that attracts wealth, So, by changing that inner self-image, using your imagination, you can then change your actions and your circumstances. So, do you remember those things that I asked you to write affirmations for? Well, I want you to look at that list again, look at those affirmations, and I want you to take something on there that's really important to you, the major thing that you want to change in your life at this minute. Or perhaps it's something that's not on that list. Maybe, you need more money at the minute. Maybe, you're looking for love at the minute and you don't have that. Maybe you just want to, find more friends, or maybe you want a new book to read because, you're a massive book lover and you just can't find the right one for you at the minute. Whatever it is, it can be something big, it can be something small. What I want you to do is today to sit down and meditate for a little bit, for 5 minutes or so, meditate, just so you're nice and relaxed, nice and comfortable. And then after that, I want you to start visualizing as if you already had that thing. And I want you to do this in a very long fashion. I told you before with the affirmations to feel as if you already had them, but in this time we're actually going to see yourself in the state of having these things. So, say that you wanted, a new book to read. Well, you can visualize yourself, waiting for the package to arrive from Amazon or whatever. You can visualize the package coming through the door and you opening it up all excited. You can visualize maybe what color the book might be and how the pages are going to feel in your hand, or how the new book smells, and little things like that. Add lots of detail and just build on this imagery and go through it for 15 minutes. And really explore it. Say it was the book thing that I just suggested. Well, perhaps you'd be telling your friends about the book. So, imagine, telling your friends about this great new book that you've started reading and how amazing it is, and how it's got a whole series that you're looking forward to after this one. Or maybe you're finding out online that now this book actually has a film out about it and you want to go see that film now. Take all the little details that might happen as a result of you actually having this thing and visualize those, really get into it, use your imagination, pretend you're telling a story about your future self and, what's going to happen, how you're going to come about, with this change and what it's going to result in, all the little, little events that it's going to result in. Say your thing was money, well imagine yourself actually going to the bank and, getting the money out, feeling the money in your hands, smelling the money, hearing the money crinkle as you're putting it into your wallet, imagine yourself actually spending the money. What is it that you actually need that money for? Is it just, for your basic like amenities, or is it that you really want to buy something? Maybe you want to buy a new car or something. Whatever it is, imagine that. Imagine yourself going out and buying that car and feeling the steering wheel and add in lots and lots of detail. Be your own kind of story writer. Write your own kind of novel in your brain. Imagine it and see it. And I've talked about this in previous videos, and this is called visualization. But the reason that in this video I'm referring to it as imagination is I noticed something a while ago that if I tell someone visualize blah blah, visualize a car, visualize a mountain with lots of trees all over it, well, often they have a hard time. They're like, how do I visualize? I can't make it appear. They try to force the imagery or something. And what's actually the way to go about it is just to tell them imagine it, because imagination and visualization are the same thing. When you imagine something, that's you visualizing something. When you visualize something, that's you imagining something. They're the same thing. So this is an easier way to do visualization, to imagine and let your kind of inner fantasy world become real in your head for a moment and just go there. And the other thing to do when you're doing this, when you're visualizing all these things that are going to happen, is focus on the feeling of actually being inside that visualization, inside that imaginary world. If you're, you're getting a new job, for example, then imagine yourself actually there, at your desk at work. Feel the actual utensils that you're using. Maybe it's just some pen and pencil, and a bit of paper you're holding or whatever. Feel that in your hands. Hear the other people at the office talking in the background, or maybe see your boss come over and ask you how the work's going. Add in all these little details and make sure you're present in it. You're actually there. You're not just viewing this from a kind of out of body perspective. You're viewing this from your own eyes in the situation. And engage all 5 senses, and engage your emotions as well. Now that part is really, really important. You have to actually feel the kind of emotional connection to what it is that you want to happen. If you get, if say you're visualizing coming into money, how do you normally feel when you come into money? Do you just feel like neutral, like, oh, okay, I've just got some money out of the bank? No, you don't. Like, you feel happy. You're like, ooh, I've got some money. I can spend that on this and that. Now I don't have to worry about my bills, blah, blah, blah. You get happy when you have that. So you should feel that way when you're visualizing it. As if you're actually there, you should, have that joy. You should be like, yeah, I got this money now. I'm feeling great. Yeah, I got this new job, it's awesome, I want to tell everyone about it, I'm so excited. Or this new book is great, like it's so exciting, like I'm halfway through it and I can't wait to get to the end. It's long, it's awesome, and it's really well written. Engage your emotions, get excited about it, get into it. Lose yourself in fantasy. Remember what it was like when you were a kid. When you were a kid, you could, imagine that a stick you were holding was a big, great big, steel sword that could slice off a dragon's head or whatever. And you could imagine that dragon as well. And now we kind of don't engage our imagination enough. And if you start engaging it, get emotionally involved with it, and really embody it, then you'll find that your subconscious accepts that as if it's a fact. And when it does that, your actions, your feelings, and your thoughts will start to change. And as a result, your circumstances will change. Now, if you want to get a bit more advanced with this, this is actually something that I've used and developed into a full method. And if you want to check that out, I've actually made a whole video explaining, the kind of success story that led to the development of that method. And it involves visualization as well as other steps. But anyway, if you're interested in learning about that, then check out the actual success story video that I made. You can see it over there. Check that out. And, get practicing with it. Start visualizing the things that you want in your life. Start using your imagination to its full potential to change your subconscious and change your circumstances. That's been all for this episode of Mind Mastery. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to keep watching and you like these videos, then remember to subscribe, because we've got videos that come out every Wednesday and Saturday. If you enjoyed the video, you can leave a thumbs up. And if you have any comments or questions about the process or about the video, then just leave that down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to keep watching, then check out the video that's linked on screen. Take care, guys.